Beloved, first of all, I ask that supplications, prayers, petitions, and thanksgivings be offered for everyone, for kings and for all in authority, that we may lead a quiet and tranquil life in all devotion and dignity. Well, if Paul thought kings were just corrupt, kings were just the wielders of oppressive power, why would you pray for them? You want to overthrow them. You'd want to resist them. No, he's saying supplications, prayers, petitions for kings and all those in authority. Why? That we may lead a quiet and tranquil life. What's the purpose of political power? See, don't demonize it, because indeed, God is described as all-powerful. So power can't in itself be a problem. If God has power, well, those who are participating in God, who are imitating God in their use of power, are doing something that's really good. And namely, we hear it, that we may lead a quiet and tranquil life in all devotion and dignity. Not a bad little description of the purpose of government there. There's a kind of basic purpose of, kind of keeping things quiet and peaceful, that we might lead our lives productively, economically and in terms of our friendships and relationships. If we're living in chaos, well, then we can't flourish as human beings. And so we need people in power that can provide for this tranquility. I like, too, the focus on in all devotion and dignity. One of the cornerstones of Catholic social teaching is the dignity of the individual. Now, I'm going to give it a somewhat American, more modern spin here, but part of the purpose of government is to guarantee the dignity of citizens. We speak of human rights, and government's instituted to protect those rights, not creating them, but securing and protecting them. What's at least one of the purposes of political authority is to allow for salvation. That's one of the purposes of government, is to allow for religion to flourish, and so everyone to be saved and to come to knowledge of the truth. That knowledge might be shared, that there might be the conditions that make real learning possible. Pray for those in authority for all these reasons, that we might have the basic tranquility we need to flourish, that we might even be free to worship God properly, that we might have our dignity and rights preserved.